Hello everyone! Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Let's go talk to a guard and see if I can find where I need to go. Here we go. Where the mad kept in Defiance Bay? Huh. I'm looking for a neighborhood with a tower. It's near a cemetery. Best you stop looking then. The place you want is Heritage Hill. You can see the tower over the district walls out that way. But something happened there. They don't let people in anymore, and none of the knights want to be posted anywhere close to it. Steer clear if you know what's good for you. What about the mad? Only place around here that takes them is in Brackenbury Sanitarium. I've heard they can treat your soul there, take the madness away, but there's just as many stories coming out of the place that'll chill your blood. There's a man, if you want to call him that, Ethelmore there? He's head warden. If you're visiting or checking yourself in, he's the one to talk to. Brackenbury Sanitarium. Enter the tower in Heritage Hill. And then speak to the head warden. We're in Brackenbury. Oh. Alright. Well, here we go. Let's head this way. I took a rest at the inn and gave us all +4 intellect. What the hell?
Nice and slow.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Hello. Any Justicars around here, maybe? Let's protect you, because I'm going to put you over here. Let's move you over here and get ready to do a ray spell. Don't go that way. Don't want you there. Let's see if we can dominate that guy. Okay, let's cast the Ray of Fire. Of course you would move. Damn it. The one time I actually used that spell. There we go, right into Tokshin's fists. Where are you going?
So much for you.
Your thoughts must flow deep.
Hey.
Okay. One time I wanted Eloth to be cool and cast a Ray of Fire and just burn everybody. The assassin goes immediately after him. It's a smart move. I'm not saying like, oh... It's a smart move. The AI has not shown to be that intelligent so far in this game, which is why I was kind of shocked. Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in Deerwood. So you're telling me they're assassins? Okay. Well, someone doesn't want me around anymore. Why didn't any of you fight? Huh? Is it too much for Eloth to be cool?
How may I help?
Let's go in here. What kind of level 2 spells are we looking at? You can do Rolling Flame. Eats away the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into endurance, but that's a small range. Binding web. Hobble for 4.5 seconds. Let's learn that one instead. Be all fiery.
Hey.
Alright, where are we going here? Are you... Wait, what? You're a statue? Hello. A well-maintained statue of a middle-aged man presides over the room, looking down and blinking over the bustle of hurried academics pestered by the hopeful desperate. A strong warmth emanates from it that you can sense from across the room. There is a human soul stored beneath the stonework. You feel its attention turn towards you. It has been some time since a watcher graced these halls. His voice echoes deeply, rumbling the floor beneath you. I am envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped my work in life. Now, what is it that has brought you to my sanitarium? Hey man, I've seen a throne talk to me. I'm no longer shocked by these things. You have a member of the Leaden Key in your midst. Groans and the stone around him shudders. I could have done without hearing that today. Many have their intrusions been into our affairs. Of course, one can seldom be certain whether they've meddled or whether calamity has struck on its own. But a few of their less skilled infiltrators have been exposed from time to time. They are a perpetual nuisance. Once again, I am reminded of how envious I am of your gifts. I suspect they would be of some use in verifying one's identity. You are at odds with the Leaden Key as well, I take it. They have something I need. I already know what they're up to. Odd that it's worded that way. Sure. They are always up to something. Of that you may rest assured. If their plots have come to involve you, you have my sympathies. Do you have some idea of who this person might be? I suspect it's a patient. Very well. In that case, I would recommend you speak first with our resident animancers. They have frequent interactions with both patients and colleagues. You'll find them up here or in their offices downstairs. You will report anything suspicious to me immediately. This is my only request. Yeah, sure. There's an animancer on the lower floor who came all the way from Revua to study them. Take the stairs down and look for Belasage. Okay. Ah, fine, we'll learn. And the statue, you mean? Well, I was old, and it seemed wrong to me. A lifetime spent in pursuit of discovery, only to lose it all in death. Somewhere, someday, I would wake up in a new body, none the wiser, and pursue a different course entirely. All that experience wasted. If we are ever to unearth the principles behind our existence, it will be in spite of our condition. Of that I'm quite sure. To live on as part of something I helped build seemed to me a better legacy than what nature had in store. The transfer itself was quite simple, as our techniques go, and for that I'm grateful. Playing with souls is far easier to accept when they are not your own. I do miss being able to take an active role in scholarly efforts here. Now and again, one of our animancers will humor me and consult over some problem, but they are a jealous breed and are too often afraid to collaborate. If you are considering it yourself, I can tell you that it isn't for the easily bored. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Hey.
Seems weird. Question animancers about suspicious activity. Oh, okay. Are you an animancer? You are an animancer.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Slowly now.
Let's just, let's see. Any secrets around here? Not that I would steal from the Sanitarium.
Huh?
Are you an animancer?
Hey.
Alright, where's the downstairs? Has a soothing effect, eh?
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow indeed.
Good day to you.
Her feet crunching on the soft red carpet, she gestures and mumbles to herself, shaking her head as she pores over pages of notes. She almost walks into you. Akosi. Here I am looking so hard for answers in my research that I do not see the kith standing in front of me. What can I do? Have you noticed anything unusual? It is rare for me to notice things that do not relate to my work, even when they are in front of me. Sanitarium, Ayimiko. Not sure. But I am not the best choice to help you with that. Something else you need. What about the awakenings? Actually, do I really want to know? Sure. That would be me. Though the lack of research subjects has made me more of an expert in counting floorboards, I would like to transfer animancy's success in buttressing pre-awakened souls to soothing those whose souls have already awakened. But I need subjects, and most of the patients here are too broken to produce reliable results. It is a tragedy to have come so far for nothing. Well, hey, you have a volunteer. She springs to the balls of her feet, beaming. Galarde. Galarde? Who is it? Ella's lips curl into a frown. I don't know about this. She begins more broadly still. Don't be silly. The process is perfectly harmless. All you must do is stand in that cage. I beg your pardon. I jest. You Adarians are so uptight. I do not even know what that thing is used for. It belonged to the last occupant of this office, I think. Now they upgrade him to a cell. Again, I jest. She rubs her hands together, getting down to business. So, I need you to sit here. She takes Eloth by the shoulders and steers him to the couch. I thought we were going to be the one volunteering. I mean, I guess it makes sense since Eloth was talking. Anyway, and try to relax, but don't try too hard, then you will not be relaxing. Indeed. And you must also wear these. A little cold, but the copper will help conduct your essence. Okay. Now I will examine your soul through my scope. She reaches into her desk and produces a long chambered tube. Knobs, dials, and small toothed wheels run along the side of the device. It is fitted with agile lenses cut to different thicknesses and concavities. By manipulating them, I find the angles and densities that will allow me to track the anomalies in your soul. Does this mean we'll get to talk to Isilmir more? I like that lady. His mind is full of hesitations. Angles upon angles. Drawing him out of his own fears will be difficult, okay? But first, we must find this cunning interloper. You will answer some personal questions while I make adjustments. Good luck. You have an easier time getting straight answers out of a drunk priest of Whale. Man, people are hating on Eloth. She holds the scope to her eyes and flicks a knob. To begin, tell me something personal, something from a time before your awakening. There's nothing to tell. I was just a normal child living in the Seathwood. He looks to you. His face is set in a frown, but the rigid edges of apprehension show through nevertheless. What do you remember about your home? As you speak to Eloth, you feel your voice like a bell in your chest. It tolls softly, luring him into mists of his own memory. Belisage doesn't seem to notice anything, but you feel as if your words are smoothing his essence, untangling in its many threads. Comfortable, modest, quiet when mother is away, which is most of the time. Quiet enough to hear the clink of glass on wood. This is when I know to be most careful. Father is good about hiding the bottles. Mother, when she is home, is good at pretending not to notice them. This is good. I'm starting to see something. Continue. Tell us about the time you awakened. She bites her tongue as she twists one of the dials. I'm in my 5th year of training. Mother is home. I can let my guard down a little because when she is around, he is usually only angry with her. But he has heard that I have had trouble casting missiles. That my flame shields are unstable. He is furious that I have failed, and Mother's presence reminds him that he has failed too. The first blow takes me by surprise. One moment I am sweeping the kitchen, the next I'm sprawled on the ground, stupidly looking at flecks of my blood on the tile. Jeez. His boots, glistening with fresh polish, thud across the floor. He kicks me in the stomach, and I curl up to shield my vitals. But it's pointless. Protecting one thing only leaves something else exposed. Still huddled on the ground, I retreat as fast as I can. I retreat until the vision of the kitchen and my own trembling knees is nothing but a pinprick against a field of black. His jaw locks and his eyes twitch beneath their lids. Mauricio? Belisage furiously cranks the knob along her scope. He's hypnotized himself with this old memory. You've got to bring him out of it. Quickly, I almost have it. Okay. I'm not gonna slap him. Everything's fine. Eloth's eyes snap open, but the expression you see in them isn't his. He's near safe when I hap upon him. Belisage sucks a deep breath through her teeth. That's it? I'm seeing a shift in his essence. Something's spreading and congealing. She glances at you over her scope. Keep talking. He seems to respond to you. What brought you here? Cracking bones and voices high in ire. That warm molasses feeling that creeps down your gut when crisis is nigh. That's different. Perfetto. We have flares of a totally distinct essence. She jots shorthand notes onto the pages next to her and turns one clicking knob of her scope. Now, try to get the two of them talking. Yeah, sure. Allah's face twists in fury. Sticking weed, worming parasite. He bursts into sudden laughter. You'd say the same to your own kindled twig when it betrays you? Edda grins. Must be hard to avoid knowing there's a lady in your body the whole time judging you. Good, yes, very good. This is long. She rests from her scribbling only to make another adjustment to her scope. I can now see two separate patterns of essence. Where he ebbs, the other flows. It's as if the awakened soul fills the spaces that he leaves empty. She prompts you with the circling of her wrist, quill still in hand. What are you taking from him? Nay, more than I'm giving. Ye should ask what I did that old man of his. How the last time he laid a hand on us, I break it in 3 places. Ella's head jerks to the side. That wasn't your decision. It's never been your decision. Yeah, I was awakening, but now I'm stuck with ye, and damned if I let ye ninnying drag us both through the scupper. The hell is a scupper? Ah, very good. She lowers her scope and consults her notes. Think I finally got something we can work with. I've tracked Steelmir's essence throughout the exchange. She had a particularly high density index during the most heated portions of their argument, and her essence seemed to localize most clearly in the lower portion of the subject's left ribcage. What? That's right around the spleen, which of course means that she is triggered by black bile. No doubt the subject's characteristic of melancholy is to blame. Alice blinks back at you, and in the midst of his perturbation, you're not quite sure who's looking out of his eyes. That's utter horseshit. How gracious. Yes, never mind my years of training. I suppose you have a better explanation? We'll go with this one. Carefully scratches her jaw, her gaze darting between you and Aloth. I suppose that could be true. She drops another note. I'll have to check this against other research. Well and good for you, but what does this mean for me? Frowns at her notes, tapping her cheek with a quill and making a grand show of concentration. However, you catch her stealing a glance at you over the pages. You can't let her make these decisions for you. My thoughts exactly. I'll have to be more careful about her from now on. I've got a lot to process. Regardless, thanks for your help. He does not look at Belisage. She sets her notes on her desk and returns to her scope. Well, I hope this has been as useful to you as it has been to me. I finally have material worth publishing. You'll be the toast of Revua, Fantre Aloth. He grimaces, his grimace melts into a crooked smile. Aye, advancing the rightwise principles of animancy. Just what you've always wanted. As you turn to leave, you catch a darting movement out of the corner of your eye. Belisage is humming to herself, still occupied with her scope, but Aloth is holding her notes. He's just about to tuck them into his cloak when he catches you watching. He holds her fingers to his lips, his eyes wide and imploring. Please, I don't want my personal information published like this, especially not after her nonsense. I think I'm more for my companions than just strange. Sure. I'd probably shrug it off like, alright. He hides the papers in his cloak. Not to worry. We'll see to this on our own.
Hey.
What happened here? Taxes collected. All earnings were lost to bandits. What? I have a security of 34. None of my people... How? What's the system working behind this? Is it just totally random? Does security have anything to do with it? It doesn't really matter. I mean, that doesn't make me that much money, but I'm just curious. All right, we'll assign Alyssa to this one. That's a small amount. Okay.
All right, then.
That was interesting. An animancer scribbles feverishly on a parchment scroll while his free hand dances through the air, counting off unseen objects. As your shadow falls over his scroll, he looks up at you, mingled perplexity and irritation.
Good day, stranger.
Has anything unusual been happening here? You must be joking. This is the Sanitarium. Nothing is usual down here. Although, now that I think of it, the patients seem more agitated lately. But they're Caedmon Anzo's responsibility, not mine.
I'm ready.
Hey.
Okay. Caedmon.
Good day to you.
A young Orlan woman traces her fingers along the spines of the books in front of her. Row by row, her motions quick and skittish, like a bird's. She does not notice you until you are nearly upon her. Oh my, you startled me. Are you supposed to be in here? Oh, I'm just Master Anzo's assistant. He'd know more about that, but he's in the middle of an busy with some patients. Oh? You won't be able to see him until he comes out of the patient ward. Is Anzo busy with patients, or is he running some sort of experiment? I'm just an assistant. It's not my place to gossip. Only Master Anzo has access. I guess Head Warden Ethelmer does too, but he's, you know, a statue now.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
I've got it. Finished.
Pale lady. Mid-40s awakened to a past life of a serial murderer, which now frequently emerges as the soul's dominant personality. Subject of serious violence. Weak candidate for present research. Powers of speech absent, presumably as a result of a fragmentation of his soul. As such, he is the ideal subject for present research. However, experimentation has caused severe pain and induced panic, and I had to enlist the aid of the guards in transporting him for more recent procedures. Minute for episodes of Catatonia. Doesn't look like she stopped me. Alright. Let's go.
You
tell
must
him
gather your
about
party
this
before.
stuff.
Hello.
Have you learned anything of interest? I found records that Anzo may be running some questionable experiments. Caedmon Anzo is in charge of patient welfare now. He's not authorized to run any more experiments. I am disappointed in Caedmon. I had hoped he would be the one to guide your inquiry. He'll be in his office or in the patient wards. I'm granting you immediate access so you can find him. No doubt you will wish to speak to him further on this matter, and I for one am curious as to what he might have to say. Tread carefully in the wards. There are a few dangerous cases. I would ask also that you do your best to not agitate the patients.
Hmm?
Okay. Alright, well, let's explore the patient ward. How did you get the news? Like, I just came from him. How would you know? Anyway, I'll see you all in the next episode. We'll investigate these wards. Take care.